Hello, Strider here. Welcome back. This is part 2 of my Champion Stadium Season 5 walkthrough. In part 1, we took down Bruno with our free-to-play characters using our team. If you haven't seen that video, go back and watch. So we're going to join round 2. Now this round is about using status conditions that deal more damage and last longer and take effect. Ideally, you want to use this for like flinching, burning, poisoning. When it's doing more damage, you'll notice that the poison and the burn are taking a lot more damage off of the enemy. But I wanted to see how that would work with going up against Lorelei. Lorelei, it says to paralyze her, right? So we're gonna go and see if we can use a completely free-to-play team to paralyze Lorelei, and there we go. And see if that, maybe they're getting paralyzed more and they're gonna miss their attacks more, or I don't know. I don't know if that's going to work. Another problem with this one is that we're using special attackers against a special defense-oriented team. So we have to do a little bit more damage. But the super effectiveness of using Pikachu and How, Raichu, should balance that out. Erica is going to be here to paralyze, obviously. She does a great job at that. And her passive skills make sure that she never misses. Unlike Calum, we saw that he can miss. Never, ever, ever have that problem with Lorelei. And she can buff her own defenses. She can max out her physical defense and her special defense, which is good for this particular stage, because the Dugong spams both Frost Breath, and Liquidation. So they jump between physical and special attacks on the stage, which makes it even more difficult. And again, if anything goes wrong, then Erica can act as a sync nuke, but Erica will probably be the first one to go down, so I don't think we're going to go there. We're going to use Pikachu probably to sync nuke, and although he doesn't sync nuke, and How, either one, both of them have about similar special attack. But I like to use, Pikachu he only has a 1-bar spam, so he can sync and fit that 1-bar in, whereas How wants to spam Discharge. So what we're going to do with Pikachu and How, we're going to use their trainer moves right off the bat to boost speed. How can max his own speed after 2 turns. Again, we want speed as much as possible for Gauge. And so while they're boosting their speed, we're going to do the same thing that we did with Calum with Erica. We're going to just paralyze all of them, and then she can start buffing when we spam the attack moves with Pikachu and How. Now I know I said that in my guide not to go down the center, but I did say there are occasions where you want to where you could go down the center and kill the main enemy, and one of those is if you have a strong AoE super effective move like How's Discharge. He's going to be taking out the sides as we just attack the center, and so we want to get rid of that Dugong as much as possible because it's pretty deadly and it will take us out. So that's it. That's what we're going to try to do. Let's see if it works. Again, if we mess up, we're going to reset. We'll try a couple here, and I'll get you the video if and when it works. I mean, when it works, it's going to work. You got to have faith, right? So let's get buffed up and paralyzed. And then switch. Buff. Paralyze. Another reason we're going to sync with Pikachu Burst is because he's boosting his special attack, so
Now's my chance.
Hound needs a couple more buffs to get up there. One more paralyze.
Time to finish this.
Alright. And then we're going to sink down the middle. Here comes that liquidation for all the things deadly.
Going all out. There.
But we do have potion support from Pikachu, so we can't forget that.
Go.
Alright. Now we're going to spend discharge and we're going to buff our defenses. We're just going to go down the middle.
You can do it. Full strength. You can do it. Going all out. Leave it to me. Go. You can do it.
If you got the God Cube, then you would be ready to sync after this, but I didn't do it. Didn't time it right. Just, you gotta know the timing perfectly. So he's gonna get a sync off first.
You can do it.
It's okay. We can't let him get too many syncs off. They boost their evasion on the stage, which is also very annoying. Let's see where we're at. Okay, so I'm gonna have to buff. I'm gonna have to heal somebody. Oh, there we go.
You can do it.
Usually.
There. Leave it to me. You can do it. Show them. You can do it. Show them.
So we can't let him get to another sync. That's why we're going down the middle.
Go. Show them. You can
It's
do
okay
it.
that he missed it. We're gonna sink down the middle, and that should be it for him. Now we gotta be careful,
Go.
right? AoE moves. Let's keep. What's his face alive? Ow. And we don't need to use any more moves with.
You can do
Two
it.
face. Erica was gonna let her die. We need house spam, basically.
Go. We're not done yet. Go.
Get to the sync real quick.
Go.
Come on. What? Yeah, this should be a good game. There we go! Easy peasy.
Something went wrong. You can do it. This is so not on trend.
Yeah, so... Again, same as last time. Let's see what the team was. I did not have these units gridded at all. No grid. If you can grid them, definitely do it. Hao and Pikachu get their type skills, but if you can invest in their type skills, if you want to do that, that's good too. And you can see I didn't have any bracelets or bandanas or pins, but if you can get bracelets, bandanas, and pins, you know, put them on. They're gonna add to your damage, so that's what you want to do. For this team, recommended sync pairs is yeah, Hao is a good sync nuke. Pikachu is a good backup. I mean, this was a good team. Maybe Erica, you might want to do a different tank than Erica, but honestly, she did fine. You saw that. I did invest in her, but again, I just have a lot of tickets. You know, Blue is going to be a good tank. He's the best tank in the game right now. But you want a special defense tank. So maybe Lyra. She leans on the more special defense sides, but she gets light screen, which can block. But this is a tough stage because, again, that liquidation is physical, and that can just tear you apart. So you might want to find somebody like Drake as a support who can buff your special defense, and he can buff your normal defense, and he also gives you full gauge when he does that too. So if you use this really wisely, plus he can, he has a moderate chance of paralyzing. So he's not a bad choice. He's just a little bit slow, so you would need speed support, maybe from, I don't know, Skyla, obviously. Hilbert gives speed. What's her name? Marley gives speed. I can't see Marley. Oh, there she is. Marley gives speed, although, you know, she's a nice tank, and she keeps her speed too. So if you don't have any other choices, but I think she might be, what's her weakness? Oh, ground, so she's okay. You gotta be careful about weaknesses. Fire is weak against water, that Dugon spams water. Liquidation is a killer water move. Hilbert spends speed, but he also gives attack. So if you're using a physical striker like Elsa, OG Elsa, Vanilla Elsa, not Bodum, but Zebra Striker Elsa, then yeah, especially because she's going to get her grid soon. So as long as you can get like potion support, she might be good with Hilbert. She's already got high speed, right? And she can actually heal herself, so she might not even, if you're using her attacks wisely, you might get through that stage pretty easily. And oh, where's Clement? Again, Clement never dies, especially if you can get him gridded. He lowers accuracy, which is always great. He lowers speed, but you basically, you know, once you lower their accuracy, you can use them as your main tank, and then you just use Parabolic Charge, and you can juggle it with Activate to boost your damage and boost your evasion and heal back up, right? So Mud Slap paired with Activate makes it less likely that they're going to hit you, and then the critical hit allows you to get more damage, which allows you to heal more. So yeah, Calum is like a top choice for that. Volkner, if you're still doing it when he comes out, I think it's tomorrow. He comes out this week. So Volkner is going to be really cool for that stage if you've waited to do Battle Villa and you're lucky enough to pull him, or you're going to try, which I don't really recommend. He's great, he's pretty OP, and if you have the gems, but you should be pulling on like Blue's banner. You should be pulling on any Pokefair units banner because the rates are higher. Anything outside of Pokefair units, the rates aren't really worth it unless he's your fan favorite. The last one I would recommend would be Surge as like a support. Again, same thing against like what we talked about with Bruno. He's going to do the same thing, but he's going to lower the special attack. So Surge against Agatha or Lorelei, and just spam Eerie Impulse. And then he also gives speed. His speed is insane as well, so he's going to help with gauge. And he can boost his own speed, so you'll have no gauge problems. You can bring even a slower attacker and have no problems. And then you can boost his evasiveness. He can be like he can get 4 stages of evasiveness and boost his special attack. And then if he ever dies, because his defenses are not bad, but if he goes down, he he has the last word. He can explode. Oh, he gets a sync nuke as well. Yeah, so you can lower the target stages, special attack 4 stages, or 3 stages, 6 stages, 3 times, 6 stages, and then you can just sync nuke with Surge. That would work. Wow. So there are options. Again, I'm just doing a completely free to play, no grids, no bandanas or anything like that. Unfortunately, I can't roll back the investment that I put in the types, but you should have very similar results if you try these pairs. That's it for this round. Next time we are going to be taking a crack at Agatha. Agatha's going to take a hit. Let's see who we go against her, okay? Have a good one. See you next time.